The new Child's Play is a reboot of the old Child's Play franchise, and no one, I think, had anything to do with this from the old franchise, down to the creator of the franchise, or Brad Dourif, who used to do the voice for Chucky. This is somewhat of a standalone thing. It stars Aubrey Plaza as the mother of a little boy who she gets a buddy doll for. You see at the start that this is an AI doll that's meant to learn and control all the smart things in your house, and acts as a sort of little mate for you, and it's got a sort of artificial intelligence that develops along with you the more you play with it. But one of the workers in the factory, he takes off all the safety measures on it and then puts it in a box so that it's got sort of no violence, language or learning blocks on it. And then he commits suicide. I'm sure that's a reference to someone working at an Apple factory, because obviously they're committing suicide and things like that, working in a sort of sweatshop for Western consumer devices. It wasn't exactly subtle or lost on me. Obviously he gets the doll and it's fine at first. He's getting on with it. It's got a few glitches because it's sort of a reject doll, and then they decide they watch telly with it, him and his mates watching Texas Chainsaw 2, and obviously he sees people stabbing and killing, and he decides that because they're laughing at the film and enjoying it, that stabbing and killing is a way to do that. And also he wants the kid to be his best friend forever, and when he sees him with other friends he decides to try and kill them, so he only has one friend, him, Chucky the doll. The way they name him as Chucky is a bit pathetic, to be honest. He goes, I want to call you, I don't know, Danny, and he goes, do you say Chucky? And he goes, no, I said like Danny. And he goes, no, Chucky, my name's Chucky. And there's no reason for that, which is weird. They should have just called him Chucky. There's some kills in it. I think there's like 4 or 5 kills in total in the film. It takes a while for them to get going with that. They sort of start with little silly kills, and then they build up to more and more sort of inventive and gruesome ones. I mean, there's one where he kills a woman in a sort of, again, a Tesla, a sort of self-driving car, which is another jab at technology and that kind of stuff. And that seems to go on for a little bit too long. And then there's a scene where they've got all the second generation Buddy dolls in a toy shop for a midnight sort of release of the toy, and he starts to take over control of them. But I'm guessing they didn't have the budget for it, because he only seems to take over one sort of little animal bear that does anything, rather than taking over and having a whole army of Chucky dolls or other Buddy dolls coming after them. But it's enjoyable. The doll looks different, and I think they had to make it look different from the original films. I still prefer the look of the original Chucky doll because it's iconic. This one looks a little bit weird. And the other thing is, with the original series, Chucky was possessed. So you could get over him sort of having strength levels that could overpower someone, or ability to run at a certain speed. Whereas because this one's all mechanically controlled, it's not possessed, and there's no sort of supernatural elements really. Even if it's trying to stab you, it shouldn't be able to, because it's just too weak to just be able to kick it out of the way with a quick swift boot or something. That's the only thing that I sort of had a problem with in it, because you've got to have the rules, and either you establish that it's super strong or it's got abilities or something like that, or you don't. I mean, at some points the kids do just sort of chuck it off them, but the fact that it's even on top of them causing them a problem it shouldn't be a thing. They should just be able to just throw it off them. It shouldn't have the grip strength or anything. And maybe the fact that I'm thinking about that is an indication that that's a weak point in the film, because really, if not, I should just be going along with it, shouldn't I? It is worth watching. I think it's worth watching on streaming. Just stick it on if it comes on for free on Netflix or Prime or something, but I wouldn't go out my way to buy it for like a tenner or something like that. I just watched it on streaming and it was fine. So yeah, the rebooted Child's Play, perfectly average and fine, well made, but ultimately I don't think it'll be around for any sequels, to be honest.